All right. In this video, we are going to explain or understand the concept of center problem of an economy. कोई भी इकोनॉमी आप पूरी वर्ल्ड में ले लो, like it is a developed economy like America or developing country like India. Center problem faced by each and every country in the world. Like every country, India also having some center problems. Now the first question is what are the causes behind center problem? Why center problem of a country emerge? Center problem of a country basically emerge due to three main reasons. The first reason is limited resources. Remember, already we have studied in lecture 1 the reason behind economic problem were actually the reason behind center problem of an economy. किसी भी कंट्री की सेंट्रल प्रॉब्लम इसलिए इमर्ज होती है क्योंकि वहां तीन कॉजेज इमर्ज होते हैं। लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज हैं, इसलिए प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं। अनलिमिटेड वांट्स हैं, इसीलिए प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं। एंड लास्ट बट नॉट लीस्ट, द लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज ऑलरेडी लिमिटेड है एंड हैविंग ऑल्टरनेटिव यूजेस, दे आर हैविंग अ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ यूजेस, इसलिए भी प्रॉब्लम आती है। तो मेन कॉज ऑफ इमरजेंस ऑफ सेंट्रल प्रॉब्लम इज इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम, or the main cause of center problem are limited resources, unlimited wants and alternative uses. क्योंकि जब आपके पास रिसोर्स नहीं है और नीड्स बहुत ज्यादा है in your country, automatically the problem will emerge, and these are basically relates to the entire country. That's why these are called center problems. These are basically three जो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स से इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर इंपैक्ट होती हैं. The first one is, yes, what to produce. Second, how to produce. And the third one is for whom to produce. If you are talking about first problem, what to produce. Suppose I am a producer. I'm having limited resources. I have to decide with the limited resources what goods and services should be produced. Two are the types of goods. Let's say in this example, you can see one is laptop, another is, yes, desktop. तो मैं अगर अपने रिसोर्सेज से लिमिटेड, जो कि लिमिटेड है, जो कि बार बार मुझे नहीं मिलेंगे, एक ही बार मुझे मिलने वाले हैं, अगर मैं अपने लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज से सपोज करिए लैपटॉप सारे प्रोड्यूस कर देता हूं, तो लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज इज बीइंग एग्जॉस्टेड, वो एग्जॉस्ट हो गया। नाउ आई डोंट हैव रिसोर्स टू प्रोड्यूस डेस्कटॉप, but what is happening into the economy? Demand of desktop is emerging in place of laptop. Now, I don't have resource to produce desktop means nobody is purchasing laptop. Laptop I have to keep into the storeroom. I mean, as a stock, वो पड़ा रहेगा, वेस्ट होता रहेगा. Now stock is getting waste of laptop क्योंकि nobody is purchasing laptop, everybody is demanding desktop. अब डेस्कटॉप की डिमांड हो रही है लेकिन वो मैं बना नहीं सकता बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलरेडी एग्जॉस्ट द रिसोर्सेज, एंड लैपटॉप की डिमांड नहीं है एंड आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ लैपटॉप इन माय स्टोर रूम, वेयर हाउस. हैव आई टेकन द राइट डिसीजन? आंसर इज नो. आई एक्चुअली डिड अ रॉन्ग जॉब. मैंने अपने लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज को रॉन्ग प्रोडक्शन में लगा दिया जिसकी वजह से आई हैव टू सफर लॉस. So yeah, that's why this problem emerged. What to produce? What goods and services should be produced by me? मुझे कौन से गुड्स का प्रोडक्शन करना चाहिए? Either I should produce laptop or I should produce desktop. Okay, student. So like this in real life, we have limited resources. A producer has limited resources. So the producer has to think what goods and services should be produced by the producer. If once the resources has been exhausted, then producer will not have resource to produce other good which is being demanded by the consumer. And in that case, the producer has to suffer loss because the product producer has produced is not demanding into the economy. So before doing production, the producer has to think what goods and services should be produced, and of course in which quantity. अगर मान लीजिए 100 रुपए हैं, if I have 100 rupees in my pocket, I use 60 rupees to produce laptop actually, then in that case मुझे फिर से ये सोच लेना चाहिए क्या ज्यादा लैपटॉप की डिमांड है या डेस्कटॉप की. अगर डेस्कटॉप की ज्यादा डिमांड है तो ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में आई शुड प्रोड्यूस डेस्कटॉप. and in lesser quantity I should produce laptop. So in what to produce and in which quantity, the producer has to decide what goods and services should be produced with the limited resources. In the problem how to produce, we have to decide about two types of technology. One is labor intensive technology. Labor intensive technology means while doing the production, if a producer is using labor more than capital. For example, suppose a builder is constructing a building and the work is going on 10th floor. Now on the 10th floor, material need to be taken. अब मटेरियल ले जाने के लिए टू आर द ऑप्शन इन फ्रंट ऑफ द बिल्डर. वन, बाय यूजिंग एक्सेलेटर, यानी लिफ्ट लगा दे, मशीन लगा दे. सेकंड, लेबर हेड लोड वर्कर जो है अपने हेड पर मटेरियल लोड करके लेकर जाए. अब प्रोड्यूसर ने क्या किया टू सेव, जस्ट अ सेकेंड स्टूडेंट्स. All right, students. Now, how to produce. In how to produce, the producer has two technology to do the production of goods and services. One is labor intensive method, another is capital intensive method. In both the technique, what is the difference? Suppose that builder जो कि 10th फ्लोर पे कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम कर रहा है, उसने पैसा बचाने के लिए टू सेव मनी ही यूज लेबर इंटेंसिव टेक्निक. उसने अपने वर्कर्स को बोला आप सारा का सारा मटेरियल अपने हेड पे लोड करके लेकर जाइए. जिसमें हुआ क्या, उनका वर्क डिले हो गया. वर्क डिले होने से क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ, जितने भी लोगों ने फ्लैट्स इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ था उन्होंने कोर्ट में केस डाला, जिसकी वजह से काम डिले भी हो गया, गुडविल भी खराब हुई. आई थिंक इन दिस केस बिल्डर हैजंट टेक द राइट डिसीजन. So to do the production of goods and services, it is required that producer has to take a right decision. Producer को क्या चाहिए था, right decision लेना चाहिए था. कैसे लेना चाहिए था, उन्हें लेबर इंटेंसिव टेक्निक को की जगह कैपिटल यूज करना चाहिए ताकि काम जल्दी होता. और ऑफ कोर्स टाइमली वो बिल्डिंग फ्लैट इन्वेस्टर्स को दे पाते और उनकी गुडविल भी ठीक रहती और पैसा भी कमाते. So what is the problem here in this example? The producer has not choose the right technique of production. So in every case, a producer must have the capability to choose a right technique of production. If a producer will choose the right technique, the producer always incurred profit. But if the producer will choose a poor technique, the producer always incur loss. So in the given these two techniques, the producer has to choose a right technique of production by keeping in mind it will reduce their cost and increase their profit. So once the producer choose the right technique, producer always incur profit. Okay. So this is the problem of how to produce. In short, the problem of how to produce refers to the problem of choice of best technique of production. Now for whom to produce? As we have limited resources. So for whom we need to do the production of goods and services? Actually, in our economy, there are two basically things that we need to keep in mind, which help us to understand, yes, in Indian economy, the income is totally unequal of the people of the country. Here is inequality of income and wealth exist into the country. First thing which will support my statement inequality is personal distribution. पर्सनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. डियर स्टूडेंट, क्या मतलब है इसका? और दूसरा है फंक्शनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. Personal distribution basically refers to a situation where if we focus individually the income of the people, the individual distribution of national income of the people, we'll find that everybody earn differently. That's why we have three categories: lower class, middle class, upper class, because the income of all the people are totally different. और functional distribution में we know that land, सब labor, capital, entrepreneur, these are the factors जो function करते हैं. क्या ये factor सबके पास equal है? क्या land सबके पास equal है? क्या flat सबके पास equal है? For example, if a person is having, if a person owned 5 flats, then in one flat he is living and rest 4 flat he rented to the people and earn a lot of rent from that. A person who is having two flat, having two flat means in one he is living and another he rented to someone to earn less amount of rent. So why the income is different of rent here? Because one is having more number of flats, one is having less. It means in functional distribution, how much factor you own, accordingly your income will be different. For example, labor. One is skilled, one is unskilled. Then skilled labor will earn more than the unskilled. It means people are having different kind of factor. They are having different amount of income. So in this point, we have to understand in our economy, inequality of income and wealth exist in both from both these points. You can understand the inequality of income and wealth exist means three categories emerge: lower class, middle class, upper class. I repeat, lower class, middle class, upper class. Now all the three categories want having different goods want. For example, lower class want necessary good, middle class want normal good, upper class want luxury good. So now as a producer, I have limited resources. If I will produce for the lower class and the area where I am living or I am having shop, middle class or rich class people live more. And the product that I produce according to the lower class. So nobody will demand my product because uh, I produce for the lower class and people are living in middle class and upper class surrounding me. So before doing the production, I have to think for whom to produce. If I want to produce for the lower class, then I have to see are these products will be demanded by the people living surrounding me. If accordingly I am doing the production, I will earn profit. If accordingly I am not doing the production, I will earn loss. So that is the point here. For whom to produce so that my profit remains maximum. In all the 3 points at individual level, you have to understand your profit should remains maximum. All right, student. So this is basically the concept that we have understood, I hope. And I request everyone to see it by using headphones once again and do the assignment after completing the first chapter that I have sent on the dashboard and the Google Classroom as well. Okay. Chaliye. Thank you for this lecture.